and welcome to episode 2 of my podcast. I'm still on a high that the fact that I created a podcast, so hope you bear with me with my high vibe. But today I want to talk a little bit more about your style and your identity around your personal style and your image. So I want to show you 3 easy ways that you get to do today, starting today, on how to create a signature personal style. If you have a desire to create a signature style, and over the years of me working with my styling clients and color analysis clients, one of the things that people always constantly say to me is like, I want to feel like me. I want to feel like me in my personal style. I want to have a signature look. I want to feel like basically the personal style is actually personal, is what they're saying essentially. And when I hear that, it is so possible. And obviously, there are many tools to achieve that. And there are going to also be requirements of trial and error and experimentation. And yes, all of that exists. But one of the things I want to really highlight is that when you work on your personal style, and if you're desiring to have a signature look, one of the things you cannot be doing is wearing everything and anything, right? This is where I say don't follow every single trends that you see. Don't copy and paste things that you see on someone else, like your friends or influencers. Do not be buying random things without having strategy. But most people, because we're not taught, don't feel guilty if you do this, right? Most people are not taught on how to shop based on your personal style and your what makes you feel turned on. We're not aware of this because no one taught us this. So, hopefully, today I'm going to give you 3 tools that you get to follow to create a sense of identity within your personal style. When you have a signature look, it's like you could look at someone and be like, oh, that's so you, right? I've had so many moments where my friends will tell me, or even my clients are like, oh, that's so you, Brooke, right? Because they know what me looks like in a clothing form. They know what I am drawn to. They know that I have a certain way of dressing up in my personal style. Also, I'm just realizing if you're watching this on YouTube, my background and the shirt that I'm wearing is such a similar color. It just looks like I'm like blending in the sofa. Anyway, also, it's actually one of my first points. Wear your color palette. Now, disclaimer, you might disappear into your sofa. Again, if you get it if you're watching YouTube. One of my first tips is to actually follow your color palette. Now, if you're familiar with color analysis is a way to find your best colors. So, how we do that is by looking at your natural quality, and basically the color palette that you will receive will be an extension of you in a color palette form. So, you'll find your best blues, your best reds, your neutrals, your best XYZ within your color palette. So, this isn't to say you can't wear this color at all. It's about what is your best version of red? What is your best version of neutral? And that's why I love color analysis, because it's not a tool to limit you, it's a tool to actually help you expand. So, with that being said, the reason why I love color analysis as a way to create a signature look is think about any brand that you love, any personal brand, makeup brand, clothing brand. When you think about a certain brand, they usually have and convey a certain image and messaging, and how they often do that is through color. So colors are very powerful, and it's a nonverbal way to communicate without, having to explain what we are. You represent a lot just by looking at your colors. So you are your also personal brand. You are your own personal brand, because yeah, you might be like, I don't have a business, I'm not a content creator, or like XYZ, but you always represent yourself anywhere you go. No matter if it's at your job or you're meeting new people for the first time around your friends, like there's a certain message that you get to communicate just by your image. So you are your personal brand. So you also want to apply that in your personal style as well. If you're wearing everything and anything all the time, the message is so unclear, and you're also unclear on who you are. Whereas if you even just start with wearing certain colors that's going to represent you, it's going to create an identity around your personal style. So right now you might be limited to colors that are like black and white and gray and brown, maybe navy, maybe green. Those are like the common things that people wear, and that's no issue. But when it becomes like you're wearing the same color over and over again, which is again not an issue. It just feels like it's limiting you, right? Rather than maybe there's three signature colors that you wear all the time. And this is where color analysis is a tool that I love recommending to anyone who's starting on your expression journey in your personal style, because instead of having all the color options in the world, because that's infinite, right? There are an infinite amount of colors in the world. It's kind of like if you go to a restaurant and you have to choose something that you want to eat, but there's like French cuisine, Japanese cuisine, American, Italian, Mexican. Like if there's so many of the list, it's so overwhelming. Whereas if there's like their signature dish and then maybe like 2 to 3 pages of the menu, it's easy. Maybe even not 2 to 3 pages, but it's easier to choose. So similar again with your personal style, you want to be able to have like a signature color palette, or even choosing at least 3 signature colors that you could kind of wear over and over, where it becomes part of your personality. And if you want to expand from there, you get to. But right now, the whole purpose is to overwhelm you less. Sometimes, if you're feeling so overwhelmed, starting with something smaller, less, is actually going to give you more clarity. So that's my number one tip right now. Number two is finding your signature piece. So right now, if you're watching my YouTube videos, you'll see that I'm wearing one of my recent signature necklace that I've been wearing over and over and over again. And I love it so much. But one of the things that I think social media, I mean, there's a lot of pros and cons on social media, right? But with social media, there's this idea that once you post it, or like once you post a certain outfit or certain item, you cannot wear it again. And that is so not true. You have to rewear your clothes. That is the sole purpose of your clothes, to be reworn, to be appreciated, right? With that, when it comes to having a signature look, having a signature style, you also want to have something that is signature to you. That when people see it, that's like, oh yeah, that's you. Like that's part of you. Signature is like your sign, like you're signing who you are. And you could do that through these pieces. I'm making sense. So it could be a signature necklace like what I'm wearing right now. It could be a signature lip color that you wear all the time. It could even be in your nails. Like you could be known for your nails. Something that is going to be very you, unmistakingly you. And you get to repeat this over and over and over again in your personal style, to the point where people are going to recognize you. Like whenever they see a certain color, they're like, oh yeah, that's so them. So for tip number two, find something that is you. An item. I love and recommend starting with your jewelry, statement jewelry that you could wear over and over again. And you could create outfits based on your signature statement piece. So instead of, again, starting with all the options out there, start small. Find something that is significantly you. The last tip I have is to create your own outfit formula. Now, outfit formulas are very handy, dandy, handy when it comes to you wanting to rewire your default setting. So, what do I mean by that? Right now, a lot of people have the default setting of grabbing your oversized sweater with your leggings, with your dirty sneakers, right? Those little items that you always wear over and over again, or the one you reach for over and over again, it becomes your default setting. So it starts to lack intention behind it, and you start to go for something that's just practical, easy, but it's not lighting you up. But what if I told you you could also be practical, easy, and still lighting you up? We don't have to dim your light to make your outfit easier. So this is where you want to actually take some time to create your outfit formula. And outfit formula simply means that you could just take elements of your outfits and repeating that in a different way. So as an example, you could grab a graphic tee. So your outfit formula, as an example, could be graphic tee, oversized denim jeans with kitten heels with a blazer. That could be your outfit formula. Now, within your outfit formula, you could create like 2 to 3 looks within it. So maybe you have 2 to 3 graphic tees, 2 to 3 baggy jeans, 2 to 3 kitten heels. We could even switch up the kitten heels if you want to, or 2 to 3 blazers. So you are now in rotation of this outfit, your outfit formula. But when you get dressed in the morning, because you have a formula already, instead of like guessing, does this go with this? Blah, 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 and then when you're guessing, you get overwhelmed. And now you're going back to your default setting of your leggings and oversized sweater. Instead of doing that, now you could default make your default setting your outfit formula. Now, instead of taking 20 minutes to get ready in the morning, you could still take 5 minutes while looking good and elevated and feeling good, but also just very practical and easy. So when you create your outfit formula here, you also just want to start creating one outfit formula and creating outfits within your outfit formula. So again, the formula that I used before was the graphic tee over baggy jeans, oversized blazer or just blazers, and kitten heel. And within your outfit formula, try to create at least 3 outfits. And then when you're mastering that, then create another outfit formula. Now it could be a fitted top, A-line skirt, sneakers, and denim jacket, whatever it is, or a jacket, anything you like. Create your outfit formula and then create at least 3 outfits within your outfit formula. Do you see where I'm going with this? So when you start doing that, when you start having more and more outfits that you could rinse and repeat, now your default setting doesn't have to be something boring and practical, but it could be practical and something that's gonna light you up. So once you start to rewear these pieces, again, now you're creating sense of identity. You get to start having a signature look in your personal style. So those are literally probably the easiest things that you could do to create a signature identity in your personal style. And because it's so overwhelming, like if you go on YouTube, if you go on TikTok, if you go anywhere and try to find a way to find your personal style, it's overwhelming. Let's be real, right? Because there are beautiful and practical tools out there. I have so much more that I get to share with you guys, but when you have so much that you could do, it starts to feel overwhelming. So instead of trying to find your personal style by outsourcing all the time, just work with what you have, work with your signature piece, work with what you're drawn to. Stop outsourcing everything and start looking within you, within what you feel like makes you feel better, feel good in your outfit, within your own wardrobe, within your own color palette. Like try to look more smaller than broader. And if you want to expand, you always get to do that. You get to choose that later on down the road. But right now, this expansion and looking at everything is probably creating overwhelm for you. So keep me posted if you do any of these tips and if you have any realizations of like, oh, it's actually easy to make your signature style, please let me know. I am on Instagram at buruann, BURU.ANN, and just message me if this was helpful or if you created your signature look that you now love and you're going to repeat over and over again. If you're looking more support, more hands-on support on your signature look, your identity in your personal style, I also am taking one-on-one clients right now, online and in person in Los Angeles. So message me on Instagram, tell me what you're going through, what is your style goal, and we could be in conversation. So thank you for watching this, thank you for listening, and I hope to catch you in my next episode. Okay, bye.